Hello everyone and welcome to Tommy Talks Arsenal, where you've guessed it, Tommy talks Arsenal, Fantasy Premier League and everything in between. Thank you for joining me, I hope you enjoy the show, and without further ado, let's go!
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Arsenal vs Forest. We're going to have a look at the assets of interest before running through my Game Week 1 draft. I hope you enjoy the show. If you find it interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's go! Right, starting with the Forest fixture. It looks great on paper. Arsenal have been given an 82% chance of winning by Drafthound, a 55% chance of keeping a clean sheet, and a 52% chance of 2 or more goals. So pretty promising stats there from Drafthound. Looking at the team sheet, it will be very similar to the Charity Shield. Ramsdale will start in goal despite the arrival of Raya. It's far too early for him to displace him in the team. Hopefully it will raise his levels though moving forward. Those silly mistakes that we saw last season, maybe they're going to start coming to an end with the added competition at the back. At right back, Ben White will continue in my opinion. He looked great, didn't he, on Sunday? Bombing down the wing, cutting balls back. He's just so reliable, silky, smooth. Ben White, really classy act. Was our most expensive player for a long time under Arteta, but not anymore. But Benjamin White is a secure option at right back. Really impressive player. In the middle, I expect Saliba and Gabriel to continue. They've got a really good partnership. It's building all the time. The Frenchman's come back from his injury. That's all behind him now. He looks so good in defence. He looked great on Sunday. Pocketed Haaland. I can't wait to see him develop as a player. There's so much more from him to come. He's only 21 years old. What an absolute Rolls Royce. Saliba will be partnered by Gabriel, as I said. It's a good fixture for Gabriel and he's in my draft. He's got promising data from an attacking point of view, scoring 3 goals last season from an XG of over 5. Playing against some teams who are quite poor aerially. So yeah, you never know, we might get an early return, attacking return, and hopefully him and Saliba at the back will shore up the Arsenal defence. We can have some more clean sheets moving forward. The left back position is somewhere where we've got to sort of put in a player who wasn't expected to play there, I suppose you could say. The new arrival this summer from Ajax, £34 million man, Jurriën Timber. He's been a standout performer in pre-season, really looked a top-class signing. Competent on the ball, comfortable at the back. In the Community Shield, I think he was my man of the match. He really did a great job on the left-hand side, playing out of position, covering for Zinchenko. I expect him to start there. I expect him to continue. He'll adapt and learn the role a bit better, so only going to improve. Really positive signing and one to watch out for moving forward. In midfield, we've got 2 players to consider at the lone 6, so it's Partey and Rice. I don't actually know who's going to start. We could see either of them. Partey had a really good pre-season and knows the team really well, so he's an easy option to include. Rice still getting to grips with his teammates, but he's starting to get there. We all know his pedigree at West Ham, a £100 million signing, so it'd be surprising to see him sit out, but it's just about finding the right dynamic in the team against a Forest side where we're expected to dominate the play. Moving into midfield, we've got Saka on the right, guaranteed starter. Penalties still in his locker, I think, until we see they've been taken away from him. I don't think there's anything to worry about, but yeah, one of my favourite players, really great player, 21 years old, can't believe he's so young. Had a great summer as well for England, that hat-trick. It's 2 goals in pre-season, 3 assists, so he looks like he's in good form, and yeah, he'll be locked in my team. Sat next to him, of course, is Odegaard. He's fairly safe as well. I can see him and Saka causing a lot of trouble for the Forest defence this weekend. I expect us to be parked in and around their box, so hopefully we'll need these tricky little players to work their magic, pick the locks and unlock the door for a goal or 2 against Forest. We've got a bit of a tricky position to fill when we move over to the LCM position, because we've got numerous options available. Kai Havertz has played there a lot in pre-season, but as has Trossard. Both of them will be staking a claim. Trossard because he hasn't had so many minutes, especially in the Community Shield. Havertz because he'll want his Premier League debut for Arsenal. But then Havertz played up front, didn't he, in the Community Shield? He looked okay. He offered something different. He was a target man, so we could bypass the midfield. That's something we haven't had for a long time now, not since Giroud really. And yeah, he did an okay job for his first attempt up front for Arsenal. Whether he starts on Saturday, it remains to be seen. I think there's rotation worries with all the players up the top. Well, for Havertz, for Trossard, for Nketiah, and even Martinelli to a lesser degree. But I still think we'll see Martinelli start this weekend. He's a speedy player, really direct, got that Brazilian flair, probably our most natural finisher. I think against Forest he'll have a lot more joy than he did against City when he was penned in by Walker, one of the best defending fullbacks in the game. So yeah, I'm quite happy to go with Martinelli. And it's just the other positions where you've got to be a bit uncertain with the Trossards, Havertz and Nketiahs. Eddie probably wants to play, well he definitely wants to play, but whether he gets a chance remains to be seen. His last game for us was in the Emirates Cup against Monaco. He did really well actually. He ran the line well, he built up play well, brought in teammates, finished it with a goal, crossed by Martinelli from a corner. So he was unlucky not to feature in the Community Shield as heavily as he would have liked to anyway. It's a choice for Arteta to make, and I wouldn't like to say who he's going to go with really. I would expect it to be possibly Trossard in the 9 and Havertz in the LCM, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, my prediction for the game, I think Arsenal are going to get off to a flyer. I think it's going to be 3-0 to the Arsenal. We haven't got too much to worry about. Forest have just signed Matt Turner from Arsenal. I think he'll be eligible to play. It's a natural signing, so that'll be interesting to watch him line up against us. They've got a couple of other danger men, Morgan Gibbs-White for instance. He's a lively asset that could do well, but hopefully not too well. Not after they beat us last season 1-0. We need to get our revenge for that, and hopefully that's going to be this weekend. I saw reports that Johnson's available too, so they do have some counter-attacking threat, but hopefully with our shored up back line we'll be able to get the job done this weekend. So that's my opinion on the Forest game. I think we're going to play full strength. I think we're going to dominate the play. I think we're going to score some goals. We're projected to score them. I'm expecting goals. I'm going to put my neck out and say Saka's going to score this weekend. Get off to a flyer. 3-0 Arsenal, and there you have it. That's my match day review for Arsenal versus Forest. Okay guys, thank you. Let's go and have a look at my Game Week 1 draft. Alright. Okay guys, so let's have a look at my Game Week 1 draft. We're going to start with a goalkeeper. We've gone for Pickford this week. And yeah, hopefully he's going to play with Dyke ball. We'll get loads of clean sheets. The fixtures look great. They'll play with a back 10 probably, so proper exciting stuff for Everton. But hopefully he'll keep the clean sheets, make some saves, just like Pope did when Dyke was in charge of Burnley. We'll hopefully see a standout season for Pickford, and he'll provide great value for money at 4.5 million. Joining him in defence, we've got Stoop and Nan for the Luton fixture. Crazy high ownership, don't want to go against him. Probably going to move him on to James in game week 3 or 4, but he's there for the meantime. I'll see what happens. Don't know what the Brighton defence is going to be like. Rumours are that Caicedo's going to Liverpool, so that's something to watch out for. Obviously McAllister's already gone there, so he's meeting up with his ex-teammate. It's a Liverpool reunion, a Brighton reunion at Liverpool, and yeah, we'll see how that affects the Brighton defence. Joining them is Luke Shaw. I was thinking about a City defender, but to be honest with you, the rotation has put me off. The Man United fixtures at home, they're okay. I like Shaw, he's nailed, he takes some set pieces, so yeah, a fairly reliable option. And next to him, in my 3-man defence, is Gabriel from Arsenal. He's an aerial threat, the Arsenal fixtures look good. Hopefully we're going to strengthen in defence this season, so a few more clean sheets. And yeah, I quite like him as an asset. 5 million seems underpriced this season, happy with him in my team. In midfield, I've gone from United double up. We've got Bruno, we've got Rashford. If Bruno's worth 8.5 million, I don't mind shelling out 9 on Rashford. Hopefully he'll lead the line until Hodgland or whatever you call him, until he's up and running. And yeah, Bruno's on pens. They've got some decent fixtures. The Wolves one especially looks really good. They've just lost their manager. I think Wolves are going to be in real trouble this season. Team to target, and having a double attack in the first week sounds very promising. Joining them in the midfield is Eze. He's a vibes pick. I was scouting him all summer, to be honest with you. He's on my watch list. He couldn't have done anything more to turn my head. I can't really go against him when all I've said is if he excels this summer, I'm putting him in my team. Well, he's done that. He's in my team, on penalties, on set pieces. The fixtures probably aren't as good as an Umbremo or Mitoma, but he's nailed. He's going to be involved in everything that Palace do, so he's in my team for game week 1. Joining him and finishing off my 5-man midfield are Martinelli and Saka. The two boys from Arsenal, excellent fixtures, really attacking, pretty nailed. I think they're going to do well, especially that Forest game week 1. So yeah, I'm happy with them in my team. Can't see them leaving anytime soon. Great fixtures, love it. Up top, we've got Haaland. No need to really say too much about him. I can't see me taking the captaincy off him, regardless of a little bit of a tester with Saka. I'm half tempted, but I don't think I'll do it. Not game week 1. Could be a rank killer. Too risky for me. So yeah, Haaland's in the team anyway. Secure in starts, secure on penalties. Basically, the best asset in the game. Joining him is a bit of a punt though from Brighton. It's Pedro. I think he's getting quite popular, and basically it's the fixtures that I'm picking him for. He looks like he's on penalties. He took one when Gross was in the team, so that looks promising. And yeah, going for the first few fixtures when they've really got a nice run, I don't mind taking a punt on Pedro. I've got 2 million in the bank, so I can move up to a Jackson when the Chelsea fixture swing happens in game week 3. Maybe game week 4, don't know when I want to do it, but I can do it anyway. I could also upgrade an Eze to say a Maddison, or upgrade a Martinelli to a Son. I can bring in James like I mentioned earlier, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the flexibility that the money in the bank gives me with this squad. It's predicted to score 65 points on Draft Hound, which doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, if I could get anywhere near that, I'll be happy. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen for game week 1. Maybe Salah's going to go nuts and score 5 goals. So we'll wait and see what happens. All I know is it's been a blooming long time waiting for this season to come round. I can't wait to get on with it. Good luck to everybody. I hope you can lock in your teams. Let's watch that City team. Hopefully we don't get any leaked lineups. I don't want to go scrambling for a Foden. And all the best for the season ahead, guys and girls. Alright, well that's basically been it, I think. That's all from Tommy Talks. Tune in next week for an update on my team, review of the upcoming Arsenal fixture. Alright.